Okay. Take two. APG Jamie here. Tomorrow. Okay. Hopefully we can get it fixed. Okay, Kiesha, Angie, and everybody, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. So we're going to work on covers using the Serendipity paper that I made this page a few days ago in a yay goes away again. I appreciate y'all's patience. So I'm using corrugate board. Technically, it's not cardboard, it's corrugate because it has all the little corrugates. It's an Amazon box, y'all. And we are going to use it. I'm going to flip my Serendipity paper over. And I'm just going to kind of line these out so that I have a fair amount of space on each side to kind of fold it over. I'm so glad you made it, everybody. I am so happy that you made it. Looking for a pencil. I thought I had myself together. But, you know. So this is kind of the middle. And then this will be kind of enough. That's just how it goes with me. Kind of perfect, y'all. Okay. We're making Serendipity. We're making a journal cover with Serendipity paper. And we made this, not this particular one, but we made some, this is one I made the other day because I needed another sheet. And we're just, I've already cut the corrugate board down to the size that I decided I wanted. Serendipity paper means where you take scraps of whatever size, color, shape. It can be a specific color and you glue them together to make a brand new piece of paper. I put mine on deli paper because I like it that way. And I'm just going to try to keep going and hopefully the internet will be my friend. So I'm using glue. You can use double-sided tape or whatever you like. This happens to be Jamie's favorite. Just saying because it's true. We're going to smear it on. And you don't have to have perfect coverage for this, although it would be good if you did. You want to make sure you get your edges really well. The reason for this is you don't necessarily want air bubbles under there. Is that paper going to be? Yes, there's no actual direction paper, which is my preferred method. You keep, oh, yeah, I know. I hope I stay on. So we're going to do that. And we're going to smoosh out any possible air bubbles that are there. Now, because I am using corrugate, cardboard corrugate, when it starts getting damp, you can actually smoosh it. So try not to smoosh it so much. And we've got a front cover and a back cover. Now, I've only got 30 minutes, of which I've already lost. Thank you, dear internet. But so it goes. Hopefully we will get that worked out. And if not, then I guess I will just have to not do live so much anymore. Which I kind of enjoy doing them, y'all. I do. Okay, no direction. I do prefer doing even stamped pages and painty papers with no specific direction. That way I can put it any which way I want to. Because I can come back and stamp on this later. I can stencil on it. I can doodle on it. I can do any of that. Okay. So now we've got our cover paper glued to our corrugate. And this one as well. We've smooshed out our air bubbles. And now we're just going to lop the corners off. I try to leave a little bit of space right there. The reason why we kind of want to do that is it a sort of pretty corners. So now I'm going to put some glue here. And like I said, corrugate will get smooshy once it starts getting wet and dampish. So try not to squeeze it real hard. Okay? Okay. So we're just going to smear our glue on, because this is going to wrap around to the back part of this corrugate. I'm just smoothing it. I get corners when you do it like this. You don't have to do it like this, but I have found that it gives you a bit sharper corner. I'm going to put, because this is Serendipity paper, it is about as thick as a lightweight cardstock in this case. I'm very light pressure clamps to hold that down. Thank you so much, Meri. And then like this, I think gives you sharper edges, but it's not imperative. I don't think it's imperative. Is it imperative to you? That's the real question. Just going to put those there. Okay. Now I'm going to bend these up, get them started. Okay. And we're going to put the glue on these two ends. And it doesn't really matter which ones, if you go on the sides or the ends, because I don't know which is the end and which is the side on this particular journal just yet. That seems to be holding down, and that one seems to be holding down. So let me smoosh this glue out. The reason that I do smoosh this out before I fold it over, I don't know if you noticed, is to allow that paper to get slightly softened from the glue. And right here on these corners, if you take your thumbnail, and you don't have to have a very long thumbnail to do this, you're going to stick your thumbnail right in there, and it kind of squishes that little end. It's hard to see. And then fold it over and smash it down. Them to you in a moment. If you don't want to do your fingernail, don't do your fingernail. You can use the side of a pokey tool if you want to. Word is so. Thanks for being here, everybody. I hope everybody had fun over at Barb's and Kiesha's. And we fold that over, and we're going to just put our little lightweight. These are very not a heavyweight spring on the corners. Any extra glue you can wipe off or not wipe off. Okay, and we're going to do this one. You can put them closer to the corners if you want to. Save the corners because that's more serendipity paper, y'all. Just putting that out there. Let me temporarily sort of get this one going. How am I doing on time? I'm doing okay-ish. Doing okay-ish. All right, getting our glue on. And this is my favorite glue. You can use double-sided tape if you prefer, or whatever other kind of sticky thing you want to use. Okay, coming back to this one. Okay, well, I've got more of an edge, so this one's going to stay on there better. Because sometimes if you have a more edge with more glue, more butter, it'll work more butter. Okay, let's get this glue on. And really, it doesn't take a lot of time to make little journals. You don't even have to make fancy covers either. Yes, I think this is a fancy cover. I do. You can just use regular cardstock or whatever you want. Once you start, oh, let's put our little corners in. Once you start to making journals, you will catch on after about your second, maybe third one. Even though sometimes, and y'all have heard me say this on my recordings, that sometimes it seems like it's the first one I've ever made. And I don't know why that is. I guess it's just kind of that folded over. We're looking good. Now we do have some scraps. We can use this for pockets. Do I use the original Serendipity? I'm using the original. This is one I made a couple of days ago at a testing, at a live stream I did a couple of days ago, because I got a new camera. You know, I got a new camera so I could actually control the camera. Whereas the other camera I had, I couldn't control. You certainly can scan it, copy it, take a photograph of it, and do it that way if you like. I seldom ever think to do that. So this is going to be either our front or our back. I don't know. We'll wait and see. I've already got 2 other pieces of Painty paper cut to size because I've been straightening up again, y'all. I tend to like to do that in the edge right quick because I forgot to do that in my prep work. Okay. Just takes a minute. These were mono printed papers, and I think I used the graphite powder with this. And I thought they were very pretty. Do you think they're pretty? I think they're pretty. Yeah, bits of leftover papers or that. Yeah, you can use them, really. Oh, thanks, Meri. I appreciate all of y'all. Now I am putting the glue on the back of the cover. You can put it on the back of your inside paper if you want. And it doesn't matter, just whatever you want to do. Sometimes I put it on the back of that paper, and sometimes I put it on the back of the cover. In this case, it's the cover day. But you do want adequate glue. Not necessarily so much that it squishes out, but you do want pretty good gluage. Oh, that fell. Sorry. You can come back and glue the edges if any of them are sticking up. And likewise on the Serendipity paper, because sometimes that happens with that as well. That way or that way, this way. Okay, smooshing that on there. Pressing it out with the heel part of my thumb and my index finger. Hoping I don't have any air bubbles in there. And it's centered perfectly enough. Perfectly enough. What is the best all-around glue to use in journaling? My opinion, Aleene's original tacky glue. Jamie's favorite. But that is my opinion. There are many kinds. I often use, for quick, lightweight type papers, these days I'm using a lot of the Art glitter glue. It does not have glitter in it. It's just the name of the glue. But mostly it depends on what exactly you're doing and what your preference is. But my favorite is Aleene's. Aleene's original tacky glue because it's nice and thick and tacky. It dries clear. Has great holding power. I've used it to glue metals and plastics and all that kind of stuff. Okay. I'm going to get a baby wipe so I can wipe up some of that excess glue, which is why you may want to glue the back side of your paper instead of the inside of the cover like I did. So I'm just wiping off the excess glue and just kind of smooshing those edges down. But like I said, this is corrugate, so don't smash it too hard or you will actually lose the depth the thickness part of your corrugate and will leave a divot in there, your actual own thumbprint. And I'm sorry, I know I'm not good at watching chat during a regular non-timed stream. So there we go. We've got 2 covers or not. For this particular journal, I'm going to use fabric. I think that's my back. I feel like that's the back. That's the back. That's the front. So it goes front and back. If you're going to use a pocket, and the way I'm doing this binding with the fabric, and you can use fabrics if you prefer. I'm just taking same size-ish of fabric squares, and I'm just going to stick that on there like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Of course, you might want to decide how thick you want your spine to be. I didn't make a choice. Not really. I've got another one I'm going to show you, so don't panic. And we're going to put it on the outside. You're going to want to kind of line them up. And I do the double fabric like this because it is thin. And that way I can adhere my signatures. I could just sew them on to the fabric. Fabric, once it dries, it can be trimmed again if you want to. That's a good start on that. Here's one I've already got mostly done, except the spine. Here's some pockets. See, I made pockets for the inside of this. Here's my leftover paper for that one. That's the back, that's the front. Going solely like that. And again, this one's too big. For most, you just make a little notch in it, and it should rip straight down the grain. It will not do this on the bias. Don't cut on the bias because that's crossways. So let me get this one about the same width. Doesn't really have to be perfect, but it's nice if they're close. Okay. So if you're going to put pockets and you're going to do this kind of binding, with put your inside piece on before you put your pockets on. Otherwise, your pockets will be glued down by the fabric. And don't nobody want to glue down their pockets like that, I don't think. Okay, so we kind of got them lined up. And that's probably wide enough for a spine. How wide is that? About 3/4 of an inch, more or less. Eyeball it, y'all. It's okay. It's perfectly legal to eyeball it. Unless it's your mama, in which case, don't be eyeballing your mama. Just saying. Okay. Now that's on there nice. And this one has just a piece of napkin on deli paper right there. I put a little bit of reinforced piece of cardstock on the inside. And these are folded over pockets, so they're not super tight. Now, do I want it like that? Do I want it like that? I want it like that. I'm just in that corner because it makes it less bulky. And on the inside piece that is going to be against the back, you want to round it. That has to be perfectly round, just a little round. And that way stuff won't catch on it quite as bad when you're taking it in and out of the pocket. I like pockets. So I almost always put pockets in everything. That's one of the things I'm not a fan about on girl clothes. Y'all know what girl clothes are because they don't have pockets. in them, typically. I like pockets. I like pockets in my clothes. Okay, so now we've got our pocket glued on. We're going to take our bone folder. It's not a real bone. And we're going to kind of ease it underneath there to kind of smoosh down our glued edges. Kind of. Is that okay? Yeah, it's okay enough. Get this other pocket on there. I got glue on my other fingers again. Baby wipes are great for that. How am I doing on time? Okay, 5 minutes. I'm doing good then. I'm all over the place. Just last time. Y'all pray for me. Okay? It's not real bone. I know I do always say that because it's true. It's not real bone. Okay, smooshing that down. All right. Flipping it over. Is it straight? Oops. Yeah, straight enough. I'm not your man if you want perfection. I am. That's perfect enough because it makes me happy. Just like that. Get this glue off again. Now we're going to put this binding strip right here. Just like so. And ta-da! We can trim this up later. I would wait until after it dried because everything can be a little slidey when it's wet like this. So wait for it to dry. This one's not dry. It might be dry enough to trim though. Let's try it. Just put a little nip in that. I'm gonna hold this down. Yeah, it's not gonna. It's too wet to do that. So don't do that. Wait for it to dry till tomorrow. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. With that 3-hole pamphlet stitch, or just run it through two times. We were just doing covers tonight anyway. So we've got like 3 minutes. I forget who is after me. Oh, Malia. Malia's coming on after me. So if anyone's got her link, thank you so much, Miss Aleene. And also, I didn't get them in the new description box because I had to start over and I wasn't ready. Excuse you. So there's we made 2 covers. And in our next top, we will actually put signatures in this one where I will talk about this particular kind of thing, binding, edge, spine thingy next time. Internet will be better. Cross fingers. Pray for me, y'all. I so appreciate each and every one of you. Please, please don't forget to hop over to Malia's. Okay. Yeah, we did the Serendipity Paper, and this time we did cover. And next time we will show an unusual type of binding, but not hard, just kind of weird. Anyway, because I'm special like that. Thanks so much, y'all. I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Your kind comments, your likes, your subscriptions, and please don't forget to comment and subscribe to anybody you are not that you're not already subscribed to, because we love it. It's good for our heads. It makes our heads smarten, y'all.